Sodor holds a lot of life forms indeed, so much so that it scratches the head of many biologists, which is understandable for these things to somehow be alive. And yet, life thrives proudly as the Gordon. The Gordons are bright blue 12-wheelers that are solely made for raw power and durability, that being speed and strength. Of course, with such abilities, it places a big ego in their smoke boxes, often spotted being rude, arrogant, and irritable. This one, for instance, is irritated, not by anything, because he's waiting for his coaches to be ready at the platform, and he is getting late. With the Gordon being so focused on his own thoughts, the nearby Thomas decides to do an early routine.
Oh God!
Wake up, lazy bones! Why don't you work hard like me?
A smooth trick by the Thomas.
Well, you know what? What if I just killed him?
The Gordons are very territorial creatures that only active when they're about to fully express, and they are often found in areas of Knapford and Vickerstown, going about their days pulling the express, arranging coaches, exchange shed berths, or have the dignity to pull a goods train, a degrading job one feels utterly embarrassed upon assigned to the work. There is not only one singular variant of the Gordon. There are a few ranges of Gordons that one of them almost looks the same as the regular variant. The Gordons are descendants of the closest relatives, the Emily and the Flying Scotsman. And of course, with so many diverse varieties of the Gordons, they would often fight over the queue to pull a long-distance train, and would constantly boast about their superior status, much to the dismay of other creatures. Fortunately, not all of them are agros. Some of them are actually neutral to others, lending their liability to needed ones, or do random shit, whatever. Most of the Gordons hang out in the areas of Knapford, but Vickerstown is more of a roast battle type of place for them. Since the Gordon can go over ridiculous speeds with a combo of not paying attention to where they are going, there's a high chance that they do not make it out alive.
Plain engine, and I believe in plain speaking. Speak up!
Wait a minute.
What on earth?
I'm too famous to die.
Stanley! It's the ghost!
That could have been a little smoother.
Before we end this segment, I think it's better if we take a look at what they do. First off, they depart from Knapford, stopping for a little bit at Bellsbridge, and after Wellsworth, shit starts to get real. The Edward, all too familiar with what is coming up, decides to drive up to the hills. At the same time, the Gordon slows down, which is confusing with it pulling only 4 coaches.
You have got to be kidding me.
Honestly, what else was I expecting? You fucking bitch.
The Edward below the hill knew this and decided to lend a helping buffer. With our cameraman now filming the whole thing, we will watch this climax in silence.
I'm Edward and I just burped.
Now, the Gordon has reached his final destination, or so it thought. It waited for hours and hours for the next engine to take its train, but it didn't arrive. Turns out the fat ass tumbled over and plopping its fat ass directly over the rails like Neil the Seal.
Fuck's sake!
The train is running late, and time is ticking. Fortunately, its predecessor has arrived as the Gordon's assistant for the whole journey. Now the two brothers are on the road. It is a long journey until they reach the last stop. With all said and done, the Gordons are very prideful creatures that would do anything to pull anything that aren't goods. And they could care less about other species or their own kind, since they are so in touch with power.
Between us, pestering one another is only what an engine gets from talking too much who has very little. What a loud oath.
So let this be a lesson for you all. Don't ever try to top this large thing. Otherwise, it can hold grudges against you.
B tier.